Welcome back to my new YouTube channel Auto World Zone C video. Kawasaki announced the revival of their big naked with an evolution of the Z1000 called the Z1100. So in this video we'll go through all of the details, including the performance figures and the all-important price. So let's kick off with the engine. It uses the same 1099cc inline 4 as the Ninja 1100 SX Sports Tourer and the Versys 1100 Tall Tourer, which means 134 horsepower peak at about 9,000 RPM. That is a little bit down on the 140 horsepower of the Z1000, which ran till about 2020. Although, to be fair to this new version, it does have to comply with stricter emissions regulations. Plus, Kawasaki say the emphasis is more on usable mid-range. There is a couple of new meters more peak torque with 113 Nm at 600 RPM, which is up from 111 Nm at 300 RPM of the Z1000. Perhaps more important, though, is to compare it to its contemporary competitors like the Honda CB1000 Hornet and the Suzuki GSX-S 1000. The Hornet makes around 150 horsepower, although you have to work it harder up at 11,000 RPM, and peak torque is lower at 104 Nm and made higher in the rev range at 9,000 RPM. The SP version gets an exhaust control valve, making an even stronger 155 horsepower, and still comes in cheaper than this new Z1100. The Suzuki also makes about 150 horsepower at 11,000 RPM and again less torque than the Z1100. So in short, the extra displacement of the Kawasaki probably gives it more meat in the mid-range, but it won't make quite the same top-end rush. There's also the spec sheet bragging rights. They say it has decent fuel economy, although exact figures are still TBC, and the gear ratios have been optimized with 5th and 6th being longer, likely because it shares the gearbox with the two touring bikes. There are two models on offer, the base 1100 and an upgraded SE version, but from what I see, engine and performance are exactly the same. Onto the chassis, it's an aluminum twin-tube frame similar to the Z1000. The base model gets 4 piston radial Kawasaki branded calipers on 310mm discs and a 41mm separate function big piston fork with full adjustability plus the same on the shock. The SE gets Brembo calipers, Brembo discs, steel braided hoses, and an Öhlins S46 shock with remote preload adjuster. Both bikes get Dunlop Sportmax Q5A tires and weigh 201 kg dry or 221 kg wet. That's about 10 kg more than the Hornet and 7 more than the Suzuki, despite the Suzuki having the biggest tank at 19 liters. As for ergonomics, it's very similar to the Z1000. Seat height is the same 815 mm, giving a balance of ease of use and slightly sporty tail-up feel. The handlebar is now 22 mm wider and 13 mm further forward, giving more leverage and a more aggressive stance. Tech has moved on, a 5-inch color TFT dash, connectivity, turn-by-turn nav, Kawasaki Rideology app, voice controls, electronic throttle valves, cruise control, up/down quickshifter, IMU-based rider aids TC, ABS, and multiple ride modes including sport, road, rain, and rider. Styling hasn't changed much. Same silhouette, same bodywork. The base model comes in black, SE looks better in gray with green wheels and gold fork/shock. Price, base model 11,999, SE version 12,699. The Hornet undercuts it massively at just over 9,000 or 10,000 for the SP. Suzuki sits around 11,000 with dealer contribution. So what do you think? An unmolested revival of a legend, or should Kawasaki have done more with the power, weight, and styling? Either way, I'm looking forward to riding it to see how that mid-range feels. Do hit subscribe for more motorcycle news and reviews on Motob. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.